Somebody start.
Jacoby, how was practice today? How did everything go?
Good first day. The intensity of the first game of the season is definitely there. The attention to detail was there, so it was a good day. Just got to keep stacking them now.
Has it set in that you're the starting quarterback for the New England Patriots going into Week 1 yet?
Oh, for sure.
Jacoby, what specific challenges do the Bengals defense present for you in the offense?
Yeah, I think Lou does a really good job with those guys. A lot of the same guys have been in his defense for a while now. So they understand the scheme. They understand their problems that teams are trying to attack, and I think over the years they've done a good job of correcting a lot of those, dating back to when he first got there to now. They obviously got a lot of talented guys. We definitely got to be on our P's and Q's this week.
Yeah, you obviously played them in 2022 with the Browns. How much do you go back to that game and look at the tape from that one?
Yeah, more so for I guess the defense more than anything. Not to watch myself really, but understanding a lot of the things that we tried to attack then and how then I watched the game later in the year from when we played them the second time. When Deshaun was playing and how they corrected a lot of those things and that kind of like chess match, and then even last year kind of seeing some of the same things because a lot of the stuff kind of carries over year to year, and then they obviously figure out a lot of the stuff that we're trying to do. So I think I've watched dating back to the year I was there, I watched those two games and then last year's two game a couple times now just to kind of get in the mindset of like how this offense / hybrid offense kind of attacks Lou, and Lou kind of attacks this offense,
Jacoby, getting ready for your first game here this year, and then thinking back maybe to your first game your rookie year, September of that year. How are things similar in how you get ready, and how is it different in the feeling of it?
I think my knowledge of football has definitely grown. Fortunately, I have a week now rather than 2 days to get ready for a game, so that's good. And obviously just the excitement that I had when I was 22 years old, 23 years old, I still feel that same way right now. I'm excited for this week ahead, excited for our team, to go on the road the first week and kind of, make our imprint this year and, what this 2024 season is going to be.
Jacoby, Gerard talked a little bit this morning about your ability to protect the ball. What do you think it is about your game that allows you to protect the ball so well?
I think it just comes with, learning and growing as a player, and kind of, you got to kind of like put your ego to the side. It's like, oh, you can't make every throw, every play. Some of those plays call for you to check the ball down. Some of those plays call for you to throw the ball away and not force things. And, and obviously learning that throughout my years of playing, I think that plays a part in it. I've had fortunate enough to have a lot of good players to knock a lot of bad decisions down for me. So I think that played a part in it too. But I think it's a culmination of a lot of different things.
Do you do that now with the younger quarterback from the roster as well? Knock down some bad decisions.
Do I knock the ball down for them?
No. Do you? I guess I thought you meant like older players.
No, I'm saying like I throw a stupid pass and somebody breaks it up for me. Like it's not an interception anymore. So I think that definitely helped me out a couple times in my career.
What, if anything, surprised you about the challenges that you faced over the course of training camp and in the preseason?
What? Say that again, sorry?
Did anything surprise you when it came to the challenges and maybe picking things back up here or whatever?
Nothing really surprises me anymore in this league. I think it more is just like you arise at a situation, it's like, oh, like I've been through that before. And I think I've in this training camp I've had a lot of those moments. Where it's kind of you got to find those experiences and lean back on them and say like, hey, what did I do here? What could I have done better here? And just, when I think I've had a lot more of those than rather than like, oh, I never had that happen before.
Jacoby, Gerard talked to us about the Bengals and their defense plays more aggressive because they feel like they have the high-powered offense that can have their back. How much do you play off of the other side of the ball, knowing what your defense can do, and how does that affect your guys' play style?
Yeah, I think that I guess that playing complementary football is really big this week, and valuing the possessions that we have, and sustaining drives, being good on first and second down to make third downs manageable. I mean, all those cliche things that you hear is more. Help me with this word. Imperative, is that the right word, or is Imperative, right? All right, imperative that we do that this week, especially going on the road, the first game of the season in a hostile environment. Getting off to a fast start. I think that'll help us, start complementary football, whether it's offense, defense, special teams, and then we're just feeding off and playing off each other.
How confident are you in the running backs here, and what have you just liked about the way they've played up to this point?
Yeah, I think we got a good group of guys in that room. Guys that we definitely got to get involved in this game plan. I think the good thing is they all can do so many different things for us, whether it's catching, running, blocking. So, we're definitely going to lean heavily on them this week, especially going on the road in a hostile environment. You kind of want to, set your pads and kind of, set the tone as far as what our team's going to be about. Starts with them.
We talked to a good amount of the defensive players today about just how they've seen Gerard change, evolve since becoming the head coach. From an offensive perspective, how have you seen him grow since taking on that head coach role in just the last couple weeks leading up to week 1?
Yeah, so, fortunately for them, they know him as a defensive coach. I only know him as the head coach. So, but I would say from spring to now, you've definitely seen, by him playing, he understands the ramp up from OTAs to training camp to first game of the season. I definitely seen that, intensity and focus from him as the leader of this team, kind of ramping up as we get to this point. And, we had a really good team meeting today and you can kind of feel his energy as far as, I would say, hey, this is the first game of the season. Like, this isn't preseason games or OTAs or practice. Like, we can't, he didn't dip his toe in the team meeting today. He kind of really got after it. So I thought it was good.
What does it mean to you to be elected captain of this team, coming back after all these years?
Yeah, it was definitely a surprise for sure, but definitely something that I don't take for granted. Not only being a captain of this team and knowing all the guys that I looked up through this organization and I played with a lot of them, but also the history of this team. But when you get voted by your peers, it's something special rather than being appointed based on position. And it's something I definitely don't take for granted.
What's your overall level of confidence in the offensive line?
Oh, I'm excited for him. And I know that's the big question about us is like what's the offensive line situation, and I think. That's the cool part about this league and this game is, everybody can have all these questions. You still got to go line up and do it. And I think those guys understand that. They understand that task. I feel very confident that with this plan and how we're going to attack, the defense, but also help us and protect the quarterback and the running back and obviously pushing the ball down the field and things like that. I feel very confident that those guys are locking in on the plan. Ironing out the details. And I'm excited for them to really make their impact on this team because it starts with them, and I know what they're capable of, and I'm just excited for them to show, I guess, all of these questions about them. Yeah, thank you.